2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I wanted today's tutorial to be about taking the simplest of blues phrases, it's almost a one-note solo, and how you can develop your own taste, timing, and tone from this. You always want to focus on the 3 T's: taste, timing, and tone. You could expand that to 4 T's for touch, because how you play the guitar neck makes a big difference. Often students come to me and say that they're playing the right notes, but they don't feel or sound musical. This comes down to your accents and your articulation. Oftentimes they go to play the notes and they sound out of tune, or that they just can't make the next note in time, and often that has to do with your touch. Are you strangling the guitar neck? Is your guitar set up to play easily? Are you using the right amount of hand pressure, not too much, not too little? All of these things come from different core skill builders. Let's look at this first phrase. What I did there is I played around with pickup notes, so you're starting on a beat that's not 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, and. I'm starting on the and of 3. Count it in. 1, 2, 3. String 2, fret 5. We're playing blues in the key of A. 1, 2, 3. Get really used to nailing that upbeat of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're playing and of 3. Now we're playing beat 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to slide string 2, fret 8 to fret 10. This is a trick, okay? It's search and find. It's basically like a seek and find. You've got your root of A on string 1, fret 5. And you've got your root of A on string 2, fret 10. It's a simple trick used to create an illusion for your ear. I can't tell you how important it is to know the tones, not just the notes you're touching. You may not always know the name of the note, but you ought to know the tone. We're playing the 5th tone of the blues scale in A, the root, and we're sliding the flat 7th of the blues scale in A, which is located on fret 8, to the root. Then we're using our first finger to play string 1, fret 8. It's the C note. It's a flat 3rd in the blues scale, and push it slightly up toward you. How do you kill the note? You don't want to hear that note come back down. So you basically leave your right hand close to the strings of the guitar, and your right hand and left hand work together to kill that note. I placed a blanket over the strings now to kill that note. I've let my left hand, the fingers, 2, 3, and 4 flop down, and my right hand lightly karate chop. See, you quiet your instrument down. So controlling your instrument is just as important as learning how to play it. Or you can do it with the slide from 8 to 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lick 2. This is important. We're in the key of A blues. A7. If the song goes to the D7 or the D9 chord, you really shouldn't stay on that string 2, fret 8. So you want to come back to string 2, fret 7. because that's a chord tone of the 4 chord, string 2, fret 7. So what do we have? In your 1 chord, A7. If it's still on the 1 chord, you can do to fret 8. Okay? But if the song changed and it went to the 4 chord, you've got to chase that chord. And here's how we do it. E, A, G to A, F sharp. Check it out. 1 chord. 4 chord. 1. 5. So in that case, we chased that D7. All right, that's the only variation you really need to know. And then when it comes time for the 5 chord, you can go back to the A minor pentatonic, of course, but very often I'm going to move out of position for that E7 chord. You know, I want to. What do you have inside an E7 chord? You know, this is beyond just learning licks. This is kind of knowing why you're playing the tones. All right, so you can play the A minor pentatonic and be choosy with it. String 2, fret 5. That G natural note on string 2, fret 8 works nicely because of the sound of a flat third. That's all right. So we're going to come back and come back home to the A. Another idea for a 5 chord is to play a blues run on strings 2 and 1 that lead up to that E note. So very popular would be to highlight that 5, that E note. All right, so let's give you that lick. Slow. This is over the 5 chord, remember. It's going to work fine over other chords as well, but this is over the 5 chord. Slow. E, E flat, D, C, with a slight push as usual, A, string 3, fret 12, G, string 2, 13, 13, push, push, string 2, fret 10, A. Resolved it in what's called the A minor pentatonic box 3. If you don't know your pentatonic boxes, learn them. So, overall, we have a very simple blues line. So in summary, we have call, response. If it's the 4 chord, call, response, call, 5 chord. All right, so those are sample licks. I'm going to play through this one more time now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.